parents, Dr. Matt here. If you're a nerd like me, you probably dug into something called the gut-brain connection. Now, I want to talk that down today because that can make such an impact on our kiddos' health, wellness, immune system, digestive system, emotions, everything. There's so much to it, but we have to look at it through the right lens. And so as we unpack this, I actually want to flip it on its head, and how we've always heard it as the gut-brain connection, I want to talk about it more of the brain-gut connection, because there's a certain nerve that is right here, right at the base of the brainstem, called the vagus nerve, that communicates with the gut, that takes signals from the gut and then from the brain to the gut. And so oftentimes we think about this nerve as something that just connects to the brain and tells the brain what's going on. But first things first, the brain has to tell the gut what it should do. And so when we look at these steps to help our kids, if they're struggling with digestion or tummy aches or even anxiety with that, or constipation, immune function, emotions, all those different things actually can be rooted here, but it's not just because of what we put in, not just because of, the diet and the gluten and the dairy and the things they're not comfortable with in the gut, but because what the brain is telling the gut to do. So when we look at these steps of how to help our kids, we not only need to do the things that you've already been doing. If you know about this, you've been doing it, you're trying to go lower on the red food dyes and the diets and the gluten-free and really eat as naturally as possible. Yes, that's going to help the end organ of the gut to really be able to be calm and process and tell the brain good things. But if the brain is still overwhelmed, it's not going to be telling the gut good things. So often when we see kiddos that struggle with constipation, tummy aches, anxiousness, emotions, behavior, all those different things, parents have cleaned up the diet side of it. What we often look at is what's going on up here and how that communicates to the gut. Now, I want to show a quick picture here, and there's a lot going on here, but in this map, what we look at with the brain and the communication to it, upper neck, C1 through C3, this area right up top, literally right around the base of the skull, communicates so directly to the digestive system through one nerve. And we actually have it highlighted on this, the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve that sits right up here in the cranium branches out and actually goes all the way down into the body, not only to the gut, but to the lungs, to the heart, to the lymph, to everything that it works through. And so what's so important is not only all the way down here at all the digestive centers in the gut, but so much of what happens right here at the brainstem. So if you've tried all the detoxes, all the gut health, all the chelation, all those different things, those are good, they're not bad, but they might not be getting to the top portion, the air traffic control. That can be so impacted by birth stress, by birth trauma, by in utero constriction. It can be impacted by childhood development, falls, trips, environmental exposures, things like that play and wreak havoc on the communication that happens up here that goes down to the gut. So I wanted to share this video because so many of you, if you've heard about that, you've probably done everything to help. And if you're still not having results, let us measure and check what's going on up here, what's going on at the top of the nervous system by the vagus nerve, because that can be so impactful to that brain-gut connection and really fulfill that loop of good gut-brain, brain-to-gut health that can help our kids regulate emotions, communication, digestion, everything above by letting the body do the work it should. We know every kiddo is a little bit unique with this and struggles with different things. That's why we're here to chat. Message us, send us a comment below. We will love to dig deeper into this brain-gut connection, because if you're nerdy like me, the science really tells us an awesome story about how to help kiddos and your families. Hope this message finds you well. God bless. Love you all. Take care.